story and what happened, I had chills. And we're talking, it took a little while for her to tell me the story.
All right.
It scared me.
So essentially, she's telling me these are haunted children's shoes. How old do you think they are?
I really know.
Early 1900s? And what's the story that the woman told you?
She bought the shoes, and it's just her and her son there. Her husband's away at camp or I don't know, military. And when she got them home, she had them in her house. Her parents were visiting. She said lights started going on and off, doors started slamming, and she heard voice of a little girl and sometimes a man. She never believed. She said when she came in here and threw them on the counter in a bag, said, "Take them back. I don't want them."
Didn't ask for money back or anything?
I said, "We don't give refunds." She said, "I don't want it.
Huh.
I don't care. They're yours. I want nothing to do with them." So then she started this story. She said she saw a little girl in the house. She thought, okay, I'm just like tired, whatever. And then she said when she saw it again, it scared her. She put the shoes in a bag and took them out to the shed. Apparently her 16-year-old son had friends over, and he said he wanted to show them the shoes because they weren't buying, this. So she went out to the shed, got the shoes out, and we're showing them to him, and they were all having a laugh. She put the shoes back in, she's locking the door with the son and his friends right there, and as she's locking the door, next to the door is a window. This little girl peers up. And then she said, "I'm not lying when I tell you I wet myself."
So they actually made her pee.
She wet herself.
As I'm holding them, I kind of have to go, so it is possible.
She said she left them in there, got up the next morning, took the bag, tied it to the back of her vehicle to bring them in here.
She tied it to the back of her vehicle. Didn't even want it in the cabin with her.
She was afraid she would have an accident or something.
And what's happened with these things here in the shop?
She brought them in. When this all happened, they were sitting up there all day at the counter. By the end of the day came, I re-tagged them, and I brought them up, and I put them on the shelf like this. I was the one working the next day. I hadn't talked to Debbie yet to tell her.
So she didn't even know the story?
She had no idea. When I came in the next day, the shoes were
They
like
had completely
this.
turned.
They were like that.
Huh.
And every time I would touch them or talk, I would get in chills. Now,
So
I
did
don't now, but
that
that's
creep you out
weird.
right now? No, you're fine?
It's just weird, like, how did it happen? I didn't tell anybody the story. The only
Right.
one that knew was my husband and my son, and they didn't have the keys to get in here and do anything. So it scared me. And I thought, okay, so I put the shoes back, like this again, and made sure they were touching.
Huh.
And I think I might have told Debbie the story by now, but the next day I come in, they're like this.
So they have moved a couple times
Yes.
since you've put them there.
Yes.
Huh.
Well, making it even weirder, when I came in after being away, I was going through invoices, didn't see anything. I look up, I don't know why I looked up, but I looked up because you can see from down there.
Yep.
The shoes were gone. So I go through all the invoices, they're not sold. I asked the girl working, has anybody been in today? And she said no. I called Debbie and said, where are the shoes? And she said, I think they're in Becky's area. And sure enough, I go back and they're sitting next to this little stuffed kitten.
Oh, like
And I'm
something
like,
a little girl
that's
might.
weird.
might
Well,
want
if
to
you
play
look in that area, it's little girl dresses, baby dolls, doll carriage, teddy bear,
Huh.
like toys and clothes. And I was like, that's weird. So I brought them back up and I put them back here like this.
with. And they've been fine ever since?
They've been
They're
fine
behaving?
until today.
No time out for the shoes?
Till today. We had an incident happen last night.
Just
well,
last night?
but we had an incident happen where the door was left open or whatever. So I came, my husband said, check to make sure the shoes are still there. So I came in, they're still here. Okay, so I start to get myself ready, turning on lights or whatever. Well, I first turn on lights, I go down there and do it. Then I come in and go upstairs. When I come back down, I go around and do these. So there was no door open, no fans on or anything. And when I got to the bottom of the steps, I said, look, if you want to be here, that's fine. If you want to play games, that's fine. But don't do something like scaring me by leaving the door open. That's, I couldn't bowl last night. I couldn't sleep. I was really worried. I just finished saying that and something fell. And I don't know what it was, but you can hear like something fall, It was just weird. And I'm like,
And that was
look,
just this morning?
yes. I said, look, I'm not yelling at you. I'm sorry.
It's like they knew we were coming. They knew you were going to talk about
I
it.
don't know. It's just weird. And if they leave here, I'll be happy. I'll be very happy.
And how many years have you been antiquing?
I've worked here about 2.5 years.
And have you ever encountered anything else with
Yeah.
any items, or is it just these?
Only these. The only other encounter I had was a woman that was shopping in here with her grandson, and she came up to the counter and she's like, oh, I gotta get out of here. They won't stop. And I'm thinking, okay, She crazy? What's going on, you know? And her grandson came up and he said, she sees dead people and they talk to her and they always want to get messages across. And I said, oh, so they're bothering you? She said, yeah, that's why I hate antique shops. I can never just shop. They always want to talk.
Huh.
And she just stood up there as calm as can be, as if it was just an everyday occurrence.
Very cool.
Today's the first day I've been talking about I'm not getting chills.
Oh, that's good.
Normally I get chills everywhere and they stay the entire time.
And what's your name?
Tara.
Tara, I'm Calvin very much.
Hi, nice
Guy
to
behind the
meet
camera
you.
is Nathan. What's the name of the shop here?
Serendipity Antiques.
And where are we?
Shrewsbury, Pennsylvania.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that story. We really appreciate it.
Weird.